Adriana Marais now into you on Jacaranda FM net voor al 5 Maart en Beste Drive, hanging with Dr. Adriana Marais, one of the very few Earthlings with a good chance to go to Mars. How good are your chances, do you think? There's another selection round.
So I have to say there are 4 of us South Africans, which we should be proud of. That's 4% of the total finalists. And Edwin actually just tweeted me, and how's it, Edwin? Glad to know
Edwin Lecrancy, he says, listening to you from one finalist to another, you sound awesome.
Yes, we're amongst the 4 South Africans. So.
Yeah. So do you think your chances are good? I mean, with what you told me earlier, I mean, you've got a good chance of growing something on that planet.
Yes, so that's part of the plan. We would only take along enough food for a certain finite amount of time, of course, and to make the settlement truly sustainable, we'll bring seeds along to establish greenhouses inside the settlement.
Now, to answer the question, is Mars bigger than Earth? Earthlings want to know.
Yeah, so actually Mars is smaller than Earth, but it doesn't have oceans. So in fact, the land on Earth is about the same surface area as the land of Mars.
Courtney says, please ask her if there's any bloke that would be able to keep her on Earth. She is hot. You're right, Courtney.
Well, it'll have to take someone pretty special to compare to being one of the first humans to create a new society on another planet. But give it a go.
No pressure.
Are you consciously not looking, just in case?
No, I firmly believe in living in the moment.
Oh, really?
The moment.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just quickly, tell me about the process. I mean, you're obviously going to get extensive training if you're selected. How long does it take to get there?
So far, everything's been online since 2013 when I first heard about the project and volunteered. So some of us have met up in our own personal capacity, but we haven't had an official event yet. That will hopefully happen next year when all 100 of us gather in one location. And during a 2-week period, we'll be narrowed down to the final 24 based on our performance and group challenges, periods of isolation, long interviews with panels of experts. So those 24 will then go on to train for 10 years as full-time employees of the Mars One project.
10 years.
10 years.
Wow.
I've been in university for 10 years already, so now I'm like, bring on the practical stuff. So
Sure.
I guess we're going to learn to fly jets, scuba dive, to practice zero gravity.
That's amazing.
Travel to unique locations on Earth like Antarctica for simulation, isolation training, etc. Fun stuff.
Exciting, and you're beaming with excitement hearing about all these things. You're like ready for this challenge. How long does it get to go from Earth to Mars?
So currently, like the Curiosity rover, which was the last thing we successfully landed on the surface, took around 7 months to get there. So that's
7 months.
That would be using the current technology. That's how long it takes. Presumably in the next 10 years, we will be able to reduce that somewhat.
Tell me about Elon Musk and his project. How realistic is it? And how? Because I believe that he's made it more realistic than ever before.
Yes, so I mean, to be honest, I've been going around giving my talk promoting science and space exploration and saying that I'm certain this move from Earth to Mars is going to happen. But, of course, secretly I doubt that maybe I'm too early. Like maybe I'm going to be too old by the time this thing takes off. Now, however, I'm utterly convinced that the timing is perfect because people like Elon Musk, and in particular Elon Musk, have already turned the impossible into the real in other respects. PayPal, Tesla, Solar City,
Sure.
etc., the Hyperloop. So SpaceX was initiated in 2011 with the aim of settling humans on Mars. So the first aim in that respect was to reduce the cost of space travel.
And I guess this question from Siska on Twitter, Adriana, is also one of those questions. What will you miss the most when you're in Mars?
So I think the busyness of Earth, which is because of all the life that inhabits it. So as far as we know, this situation is unique in our solar system. Certainly our observations of all the other planets don't reveal a planet teeming with life like this one. I mean, the birds in the sky, the ants in the grass, all the people busily going on with their lives everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Mars will be very quiet by comparison.
There'll be no atmosphere.
Maybe at the Mars bar there will be.
Space joke. Is she hoping, now this question gets very real now, it's getting a little uncomfortable, but I suppose these are things that you need to ask. Is she hoping to find love and reproduce? Do they tell you guys about stuff like that? I mean, obviously, when they start choosing the final couple people, they have to I don't know. Is that important?
Well, according
or will they send some other humans later?
Well, on the website, Mars One said they advise against reproduction initially, obviously because of the lack of infrastructure, medical support system. Also, the crew will be every hour of your day would be allocated to some extremely crucial task for your survival. So there won't be any time to run the kindergarten on the side.
Yeah.